Well, as you can see, this is almost finished. I've done a whole bunch more work on it. Um, Little details that probably a casual observer won't notice. But even though I want my paintings to, to make an impact from the first viewing, from even from a distance, um, I always try to put in extra detail, extra detail that will make it interesting in the long run. So once somebody has, purchased the painting and has it on their wall and looks at it every day, I don't want that person to say, oh, I've seen this painting a million times. Like, I don't want to. I'm not getting the same kind of pleasure from seeing it as I used to when I first got it. Sometimes you can fall in love with a painting at first sight, and you sort of be like, wow, this is amazing, this is so cool, I want it. And usually that's because it has a nice strong colors or something nice about it, something, maybe it's a nice composition, maybe the colors are pretty. I mean, there's a million reasons why a painting, maybe you like the subject, there's a million reasons why a painting might be attractive to somebody, you know immediately at first sight. And yes, that's a good sort of goal to strive towards, because when you really think about it, that's somebody buys a painting because they fall in love with it. And usually, if unless a painting is striking and beautiful and attractive at first sight, even from a distance, a person's not even gonna come closer and look at it. I mean, a person's not gonna get into all the details on a painting that overall does not appeal to them, or at least does not call for their attention. Maybe it's not interesting, it's not striking, it's not whatever it is. So I always try to combine those two elements, basically trying to make a painting striking at first sight and attractive, and interesting, and at the same time, I like adding these details, like what I'm doing now. And this is a delicate process, because what I want is sustained interest. I want people to continue finding interesting things in the painting, and I also want people, artists or whoever likes to look at paintings up close. I want them to come up to the painting and examine it and say, wow, it's really cool up close too. You know what I mean? I That's kind of what I'm aiming for, because I like to look at paintings both up close and from a distance. So I like it when it's attractive and interesting both up close and from a distance. And I want the painting to remain interesting, through months and years, basically, through eternity, even. Like, I mean, what my hope is that it never gets boring, that it never gets old, and then I think that's sort of the ultimate goal, is that it never gets old. And I try also to work in the style that I work in, whatever style this is. It's not, I don't think it's contemporary in the sense that it's not following any kind of trend. It's not going with the trend. So you can't say, oh, this, he used the colors that were popular in the 90s or in the 2000s or in the 2010s or whatever, or in the 80s, because that's always part of reality, is that every time period has its own colors and there are certain identifying features that identify every time period. And as much as possible, I try to um, not get affected by that, and not base my selection of colors or subjects or whatever it is that I'm doing on any kind of current trend and anything that's popular at the moment or what other people are doing. I'm not interested so much in what everybody's doing. What I'm interested in is I'm interested in the best art. I'm interested in those artworks that are in museums. And yeah, I'm also interested in some contemporary new things that people are doing.